everyone, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with a little bit of an update, really, I suppose. It looks like we've got another player coming through the door at Newcastle United, Tino Mark II. That's right. Finally, the long-running saga of the Tino Livramento deal from Southampton looks like it's done and dusted. Newcastle and Southampton have agreed a fee for the player. I believe it's 40 million quid, including the add-ons. And he's on his way to St James's Park for a medical and about to sign a long-term deal with Newcastle United. So it's a great bit of business. He's a fantastic player. I think he's only 20 years of age. He's got loads of ability. Obviously, he can play as a right back and play as a left back and play further up the park as well. We're not entirely sure what Eddie Howe's plans are for Tino Livramento, but we know that he's wanted him and he's really pursued him aggressively. So whether he's going to play left back or whether he's going to play right wing or whether he's going to play more games at right back in the league possibly and take some of the burden off Kieran Trippier, what we're about to find out. But I would imagine, depending on how quickly the deal gets done, Tino might be unveiled at the Cellar Cup possibly this weekend for the adulation of the home supporters, and give him a rapturous round of applause and clap their hands together and welcome him to the Toon Army with a scarf and everything else like we do these days for players, which is brilliant. But yeah, it's a funny one. This deal seemed a bit weird to start with, but the more you actually think about it, the more you put your thinking cap on, the more it probably makes a little bit of sense. Kieran Trippier was phenomenal last season. 31 years old though. He's not getting any younger. His influence on his team is massive, there's no doubt about that at all, but there's a hell of a lot of football to play next season for Newcastle United. If we progress in the Champions League to the knockout stages, if we progress in the Cups, you could be looking upwards to 60 games a season. That's a lot to put on 31-year-old legs. So maybe the sign of Tino Livramento, Tina must be his sister, Tino Livramento, get me teeth in, the sign of him possibly gives us more flexibility in Premier League to maybe rest trips, and in games where you think you might not need him, so to speak. And that sounds a bit daft, not needing a player as good as Kieran Trippier, but there could be games against potentially lower end of the Premier League teams where you play Livramento at right back and Miggy in front of him, and Trippier's rested for Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Barcelona or whoever we've got in the Champions League midweek, really, or even City, Liverpool, Arsenal at the weekend or something like that. So yeah, it does give us flexibility. It's a very interesting move. A lot of money to pay for the lad. He's come back from a serious ACL injury, I think it is, but we've heard so many good things about him. I mean, he's rapid, he's got pace to burn, he seems to have really good positional sense for a defender in terms of sniffing out danger and intercepting, taking the ball away. Decent tackler as well. I have seen some snippets of people who've played with him. Theo Walcott in particular, like him to Gareth Bale, and when you look at the clips of his running style and the way he runs at people with pace and power, and there is a bit of Bale-esque throwback in there as well, maybe from his early years at Southampton, and when he become a left back at Spurs before he become the best left-sided player in the world at one point, and a pure talisman for Real Madrid and for Wales, obviously. So if Tino Livramento can be half the player Gareth Bale turned out to be, 40 million quid is an absolute snip for the lad. But yeah, again, it's another young quality player with Premier League experience. You throw that into the likes of Anthony Gordon as well. It's smart business by Newcastle. It's good signings. I still think we've got some areas that we need to strengthen. I still think the left back area needs to be strengthened unless Tino's going to go over there and play there. Having a right-footed left back can cause problems, as Mark said in the show, though. It can get turned inside and out. We still need cover for Fabian Schär, I think, who we don't even know is he fully fit for the Cellar Cup of the weekend or the opening game against Villa. So, that's a big question mark at the minute as well. But hopefully Newcastle United can move on to maybe another one or two targets being done, be that permanent or loan. The fact that we've dropped 40 million quid on Tino tells me that maybe the next deal we get done after this could be a season-long loan potentially. But listen, there's some cracking players out there you could get in a season-long loan. There's no doubt about that. So the club know what they're doing, I suppose, in terms of business behind the scenes. We've got to trust them. All the signings they've made, so far since the takeover have been absolutely brilliant. I'm sure Tino Livramento is going to be another one of them as well. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited about Tino Livramento coming in? Where do you see him playing? Do you think he'll play further up the park, put pressure on Miggy? Do you think he'll play in Trippier's position and they'll alternate that position between league and cup games? But very interesting, great to have squad depth. We were talking about this. I think the midfield, you struggle to pick three out of all those players. Up front as well, the wide areas now we've got some more quality additions in there as well to make that a harder selection process for Eddie Howe. So I think, sharpen up the back is obviously the final part of the jigsaw, certainly for this summer. He's done that with Tino Livramento, maybe another one or two more. Exciting times ahead. We can't wait for the Cellar Cup of the weekend. We're going to the game. We really enjoy that. Taking the kids and everything. It's a great family affair, the pre-season games. As much as I love the loyal, season ticket holders and everything, the fact that they don't go for these games gives families a chance to really sample the atmosphere at St James's Park, and it's electric these days. It really is. I've been lucky to sample that quite a bit, and it's first time for my kids, so I think they're going to absolutely bounce off it. They really will, and I'm excited to take them. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see Tino give him a wave on the pitch, and maybe there'll be another one or two more before that Villa game comes in as well. But that's me done for this little update. If this is the kind of thing you like, smash subscribe, come and join us. We're over 4,400 subs now, heading close to that 4.5k, and when we do that, we will announce what the 5k sub winner prize is going to be, and you definitely want to be in that to win that. It's a brilliant prize. So yeah, help us get to that 4 or 5 so we can finally tell you what it is. I'm itching to tell you. I got it ages ago, and it was a hell of a deal as well. I can't believe I managed to get it. But yeah, if I wasn't hosting the podcast, I'd enter myself, because it's a hell of a prize to win for the 5k giveaway. But yeah, smash that button, like the video, guys, help it get around YouTube. Great signing. Come on, let's have another one or two more in. Let's be greedy and have loads of players in before the season starts. Really looking forward to it now. Season's nearly here. Absolutely class. See you later, everyone. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.